game I'm most looking forward to at E3 is Batman Arkham Asylum 2. Man, I love the first game. It was probably the closest I'll ever see to the Batman game that's lived in my head since I was a kid. From what we know of the sequel, as far as rumors anyway, it looks like Two-Face and Talia al Ghul will be in there, which is going to be cool because that's Batman's best friend and his love interest. And I think Batman's at his best when he's kind of fighting his repressed emotional side. So I'm really hoping Rocksteady's going to screw with his head this time, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
So, Last Guardian, oh my shit, right? It's like the most pretty game that we've seen in a long time. You've seen the trailers. Basically, you play this little boy, you've got this giant griffin-like friend. There might be other animals as well. They've kind of hinted at that. It's essentially a big escort mission from what we know, but we don't know a lot is the key. I mean, we know it's pretty, we know it's supposedly coming out fairly soon. Rumors it might be next year, it might be this year, we don't really know. But it looks great from the Team Eco guys, so everything they've done has been awesome and we can't wait to see this one.
New Vegas is the Fallout game made by the guys who made Fallout 1 and 2, some of the best RPGs ever made in the history of the genre. So it'll be great to see what they do with a new location, new gameplay mechanics like weapon modification and like cooler looking robots and crazy sky orbiting nukes and everything. But essentially it is a kind of a daddy's home moment for Fallout, because Fallout 3 was great, and to have the guys who made the first two say, hey, we're gonna make a new Fallout for you guys that takes place in crazy Las Vegas, that's what gets me excited.
War never changes.
Metroid is probably the single most important series to me in all the time that I've been gaming, and I really don't want them to mess it up. And I have a lot of concerns about this because, you know, it's Nintendo and Team Ninja, that's kind of a weird combination, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of potential for the two developers to kind of offset each other's quirks and habits and weaknesses. And what I've played of the game so far actually is pretty promising. It's a new take on Metroid. I mean, you still explore, you're still shooting things, you're still collecting missiles and so forth. There's a lot of story to it, but at the same time, it's really interesting because the battles are more self-contained. Each room is kind of an area to itself. And once you get into a melee, there's really no way to heal up easily. So you're kind of forced to take each situation and fight through it to your best of your abilities. It's a different way to go about Metroid, but I think it has a lot of potential, and I'm hoping that it pans out to be all that it can be.
So, by unanimous consent, we're all looking forward to Portal 2. I mean, how could you not look forward to Portal? I mean, the original Portal was practically a poem, and I'm half curious just because I'm wondering, how do you make a sequel to this thing? We also don't have any footage of the game, which is part of why we're so excited. The first game had us doing ridiculous crap that you never thought you would ever actually, you know, become intuitive about. I mean, the fact that this is something you really take for granted, that's fantastic. So what are you going to add to that? You know, what if you had some friends and they also have guns and they're doing this crazy bullshit at the same time? And then, I don't know, why don't we flip the gravity or something and make it go like this? And I look like the world's worst football coach, but there's a lot that could probably work there. I mean, I don't know, why don't you make a portal a little bit bigger and then you come out like Alice in Wonderland being all huge and stupid. This is a terrible idea, but, you know, it was worth a try.